Alright. Hi, I'm feeding my dog Haley her new raw diet. I've switched from kibble to an entire raw diet, and she's been loving it. With a raw diet, they go to the bathroom less often, and the bones and the cartilage have chondroitin, so it's better for the dog, and it's actually cheaper. I can buy this entire chicken was $2.25. I bought the entire chicken, and I score the I use a scale, because with a puppy you're supposed to feed 10 to 15% of their body weight, depending on the size of breed. And with her, I have no clue what she is, so I'm playing on the safe side and feeding 15%. And she's right at 17 pounds, so I'm feeding about 1.5 pounds, 1.25 pounds a day. And I'll just take my scale here. Let's see. And I weigh the bowl, tear it. You see, it's 0. I come over here and take one of the same bowls with the chicken in it and weigh that. That's 7.1 ounces. So that's half a pound. I'm going to go ahead and feed this right now, and then feed just maybe... Already fed what? No, that's just about right. I fed half a pound for breakfast. Plus this has vegetables in it, so that's perfect. That's a perfect size for her. Alright. Haley, come here. Sit. Good puppy. And watch, she'll just devour this thing. It's her favorite thing to eat. You want to keep the carpets away because it'll get messy, but at the same time it's so much cheaper than buying even the high-end kibble. And the bones are great for her teeth. She's teething right now. Her new teeth are coming in. She's mostly gum, except for her molars. So this is exactly what you want to feed with a dog like this. And she just grazes on the vegetables. They're not too important. Just have some in their diet once a day. I mean, sweet potatoes good, carrot, broccoli. But stay away from onion, anything like grapes or muscadines, garlic. Those are toxic to dogs. But you can see her right there. She's just cracking that bone. I mean, just absolutely devouring it. And puppies, at this age, when I first got her, she should have still been like nursing on a lactating female. But at her age now, she'd be eating meat with a pack of dogs, in the wild, or a pack of wolves or coyotes, what have you. But I've already noticed her coat and that her size is close to, about a third the size when I was feeding kibble in terms of the acceleration of growth. It's far more accelerated with the raw. But, make sure you disinfect your floors and stuff wherever they put the meat, because you'll end up with, ants and other problems if you have little kids. Generally you want to feed this outside if you have small children or, kids who are playing out on the floor, because, there is the risk of salmonella. But, dogs are pretty much immune. I wouldn't say immune, but their digestive system has so much more stomach acid, hydrochloric acid than ours does, that before it even hits the gut, any kind of those diseases or biologic pathogens are dead. So that's why this may look like, oh, she's getting all that dirt from the floor. She can easily take care of that. If you think about it, in the wild, they're eating out in the woods, on a patch of leaves. So... But she's just devouring that. You saw, it's about half the size the thigh as that it was earlier. And that bone, the cool thing about feeding raw, especially when they're older and you can feed them whole chickens, is that it cleans their teeth naturally. and their breath actually smells better. I don't know exactly why that is, but I've heard multiple people on YouTube, claim that, and I've noticed her breath smelling better since I've switched her from kibble. I mean, I was feeding the most high end kibble you can feed, the Origin puppy, but I found that this is a cheaper, easier to manage diet, and it's actually easier to prepare than having to get a scoop and all that kind of stuff. I just keep it in the freezer, thaw it out, feed it. She gets about 1.5 pounds a day. Look at hers. Look at hers eat that meat. She is loving that meat. She really is. And then the other cool thing is they rarely go to the bathroom with this stuff. They go to the bathroom like twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, even a puppy. Because they absorb so much of the protein. It's so much more soluble than, say, a kibble that has to be bound with either lentils or potato or corn, preferably lentils or potatoes, but still corn or some kind of binder to actually keep all the materials in place. Oh, she's still hungry. She's just still hungry. And I've also got a chicken neck in there, which she'll attack soon enough. I'm just watching her to make sure she didn't pull it on the carpet, in which case I'll have to hose that off. Oh, listen to that. She is going to town. It's amazing to see how they swallow these large bites because they have such a huge windpipe relative to their size. I've been looking up. I actually found out about this feeding method from a guy who owns a greyhound on YouTube, and his video was indicating, just throw in a few vegetables, even a whole carrot. They can eat it like a bully stick, and they just love it. They love this raw feeding. I really need to get her on some organ meats. I'm actually ordering them from my butcher right now, and they're going to be in here next Friday. But they have to have like a certain amount of liver and lung. It should be in like 10% of their diet should be organ meats, and that's not including heart, because heart is considered a muscle meat. 10% of their diet should be organ meats, like liver, spleen, lungs, and then the other 10% has to be bone. So 90% of her diet is covered right now, but I have to have the the tripe and liver and what have you. So. But yeah, she's just going to town. She can't eat kibble anymore. She can't stand it. She won't even. I can mix the raw with it, and she won't eat it. So I've always got to make sure I have that. Oh, and she's going for the neck now. They love these. They're loaded with glucosamine. The turkey and chicken necks. Any kind of game bird. Look at her. And bear in mind, she's 16 weeks old. Or, 16 and a half, 17 weeks, I forget. Well, I don't really know. She's a mutt, so. God, she's taking on the carpet. No! Haley, bring it over here. No. Bring it over here. Eat it right there. Don't eat it on the carpet. No, stay over here. I should be feeding this outside, but I figured I could do a YouTube video easier with the unnatural light than the blinding sun. That's just the thing. I mean, like, I should have picked up the carpets when I feed raw, so I can just mop it easily after I'm done. But she's been on this kind of diet for around 7 days, so she's loving it. Hey, little girl. You enjoying that? You watch out. Slow down. You slow. Yeah, but the turkey necks, apparently, they have like the right kind of, the right amount of fat. This is a chicken neck. It comes with every chicken, but it's got the right amount of fat. You can go to your local butcher, and they'll they'll cut you a deal if you end up buying you know, like 40 pounds of chicken. I can get 40 pounds of chicken from my butcher in Gwinnett. I can get it for like $45. So it's like it's like $1.02 a pound plus tax, you know. So that's what I'd go with. I'd go to your local butcher. It's far cheaper than Walmart or Publix, because you know the big box stores can't cut you a deal on wholesale meats. But the only thing I found though, you have to order the organ meat separately. Unlike, you know, when you get a Thanksgiving turkey, you get the whole bag of tripe and, you know, liver and stuff in there, and you know they don't really offer that in chicken. And I was choosing the chicken because it's cheaper. Okay. Hey, Eddie, stay here. You keep eating. Look at her eat this, Mom. She's being so good.
I can't
Keep eating.
turn my stomach.
That's her with the neck.
Oh,
That's just my mother. She's fine. She already ate the entire thigh.
Alright, making me sick.
You know, it's good for her. My mom doesn't agree with the raw feeding. Alright, it's going to take her probably another 20 minutes to finish this up. So, anyway, that concludes my little webisode of Haley eating.